Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. It is very exciting that you guys are here. I am so blessed to be able to run these classes for you. And if you're new to this channel, my name is Regina Nuwagaba. You are very welcome. I'm so blessed to be a part of your guitar learning journey. You are welcome once again. Well, what's more about playing an acoustic guitar? We have covered a number of topics. If you are new, please get down to the video section, scroll through and have yourself look at all the videos that we have covered so far. And today in particular, we are going to look at strumming patterns. I know we've been learning all these chords, but I want us to be able to strum them really well so that we can actually get the playing going. Before we talk about the strumming patterns, I have these tips for you. These tips I wish someone had told me 9 years ago when I was starting to learn how to play this instrument. Because truthfully, strumming can feel awkward and very unnatural when we do not know the basics, when we do not have the right processes and techniques on how to do it. But I believe that with this, you are going to ace your strumming. The tips. Number one, we have a strumming hand. If you are right-handed like me, your strumming hand is the right hand. If you are left-handed, your strumming hand is the left hand. The strumming hand keeps moving up and down. This hand, for as long as you are playing a song, it keeps moving. It keeps moving up and down. It keeps moving up and down as long as you are playing. Tip number two is about our wrist. This wrist here is that we will really allow it to be very flexible. It is this movement that will allow your hand to freely move up and down as we strum, so that we can freely move up and down as we strum. Tip number three is about a strum. We are going to make sure that we do not hold it very tightly. I remember when I was learning those first days, I would want to grip it so much so that it doesn't drop off my hand, but we are going to actually hold it really lightly to enable it to glide over the strings up and down very freely. Also, remember tip number two of keeping our wrist very flexible, very flexible. When we grip this pick tightly, it does not allow our wrist to move flexibly. And tip number four, as we strum, you will notice later on that we either down strum or up strum. But as we strum, we actually don't have to strum all the strings. You can strum like the first, thick strings up when you're down strum, or when you're strumming an up strum, you can be able to strum like the first 3 or 4 thin strings. You don't have to make sure that it can be as. The other thing I really want us to have at the back of our mind as we learn strumming patterns is that I want it to flow naturally from the inside of us. Have you ever heard a song and then all of a sudden, the more you hear it, you start nodding your head, or you start snapping your fingers, or some people stamp their feet, or you nod your head? You see, that is rhythm. Rhythm is within us. Like you hear this beat and you somehow start dancing. I had a friend when I lived in Ireland, and she always told me, you Africans are born with rhythm. But I believe that everyone actually has rhythm, and when we tap into this rhythm, we are able to get these patterns like so quickly and so easily. This is what we are going to do. Steps. These 3 steps, we do them whenever we are learning a new pattern. Step number 1 is we are going to first say it. If we cannot hear it in our minds, if we cannot hear that rhythm in our mind, it is hard that we are going to play it on this instrument. We can say it, we can sing it, we can hum it, we can stamp our feet, we can beat the box to make sure that our mind gets used to that rhythm. For example, let's say we have a rhythm like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That rhythm already it is bringing something in your head and in your mind as you say it, and so your mind will know when it sounds exactly like that as you play it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Step number 1 for any new strum pattern is say it fast, so that your mind can hear it enough and then you can be able to play it. Step number 2, I encourage that we practice that rhythm on just one chord. There is a temptation for new learners to want to do everything at the same time. We are trying to learn, that strumming pattern, and then we also want to switch the chords, do the chord progression. I was stuck at that stage for months because I was trying to get everything working together, but I've come to notice that our brains are wired in a way that they focus on one thing at a time. When we focus on one thing at a time, we are able to get our brains learning it, memorizing it, and then we can be able to add in another thing. I encourage you to practice that rhythm on just one chord. Let's get back to our 1, 2, 3, 4. You can just choose a chord like G and you practice that chord G. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Practice that until you feel your mind is becoming comfortable with it, together with your hand, your strumming hand getting comfortable, strumming that. And as we get to learn that, then we can now move to step 3, which is playing that rhythm on a real song. Like you get a song and then you play that rhythm. A song will require us to change chords. If a song has chords like G, it has chord C and chord D, it means that I will play that rhythm on the different chords. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Something like that, because the hand is already used, we already know how that sounds in our minds, and then we can actually be able to play it in a real song and move all the chords and hear how this sounds. Amazing! Yay! Now you can be able to explore a real song. The challenge is to make sure that you keep that rhythm as you move from one chord to another. I'm going to give you a sample song so that we can be able to see how that looks like. We are a chosen generation, been called for us to show His excellence. All I require for life, God has given me, and I know who I am. I know who God says I am, what He says I am, where He says I'm at. I know who I am, I know who God says I am, what He says I am, where He says I'm at. I know who I am. You are amazing. The next class will be looking at the 7 essential strumming patterns. Keep tuned in, and I hope to see you really, really soon. Bye-bye.